Welcome back to the Digital Den. I am Lucas Alcorn, and we're back for our weekly podcast with Mr. Phillips.
What's up, Lucas?
Doing good. How are you doing, sir?
Good, man. I'm good. It's been a good week. 5 days this week. That's good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, just hopping into it. CERT testing was, I believe, Wednesday or Tuesday.
Yep, it was Tuesday.
All right. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we had a few issues. So we got through the first couple tests, not too bad. So there's 4 tests. It mirrors the ACT. For parents that don't know what CERT testing is, it's to prepare kids to take that ACT their junior year. 4 different tests: reading, or English, math, and reading, and then science. Got through the first couple, and then the actual CERT program started having some issues, shut down on us. We contacted them, told us we kind of had to get away from it for the day. They ended up fixing it, so now we're going to finish the reading test and the science test within their classrooms, within their science or English class. So actually, a lot of them are doing it today, as a matter of fact. So make sure you check with your kids and see how CERT went. Once again, that's kind of how we build rosters. That's sometimes how kids can get into class or not get into class, depending on how they score. So we want to get kids prepared, and it's one of those tests that we think allows us to prepare for that ACT, because that ACT is such a big time thing. A lot of kids get in their junior year and never seen anything like that, and they struggle with the time of trying to allocate time and make sure they finish test in the amount of time they're given. So that's something we've started practicing a little bit. So gives us some good data. We do it 3 times a year, so this is our winter one, and we'll do it again probably somewhere in March. That's just for 9th through 11th grade. 12th grade seniors do not take it because they've already completed the ACT, so they don't have to take it. So that day is always it can be a mentoring day for their senior project, or they come in and we did. What did we do this week?
We did Polar Express, and you were the conductor.
I dressed like a conductor. That's what I used to do in my other life. I was actually I did that. I was a train operator, and so this cook asked me, I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. That's fine. So, but it was good. It was a good morning, and we got through the glitches and everything worked out. So it was good. So we'll use that data. Teachers will pull it and use it, and good stuff.
That's very good, sir. The NTI schedules are going out next week.
Yeah, well, that's going to actually go out this afternoon. So we're in December. We're getting close to like inclement weather type season. So. Actually, this afternoon, parents, in your email, you're going to get an email with the newsletter. You're also going to get another email that'll have like our 1 hour or 2 hour delay schedule, and then it'll have our NTI schedule as to what that'll look like if Dr. Foster and the board office call an NTI day. We have the ability now with NTI days with the use of technology, especially at the high school level. Every kid has a computer. So we can utilize those days and still be somewhat effective. The debate is always, do you take a snow day and make it up later on in the year at the end of May, or do you take an NTI day? And I think if they're done right, I think NTI can be effective. I really do. I think if teachers are prepared, and it allows them to keep the flow of their class going, where you don't just miss a random snow day on a Tuesday. You can still have kids working from home and kind of keep things moving. So you will get all that information today. We'll have it up on the website. We'll get it into an email. So I just want to make sure that the parents know that'll be there for them. We want them to be prepared just in case. We've got probably 3 or 4 months here where we could get a day here or there. You never know how that works with the weather. So just be prepared. You'll see that in your email, and open that up and read it and print it out and hang it on the fridge.
It's good to have it. I'd rather do that than make them up in May.
Yeah, late days in May get tough sometimes. Kids check out, we check out. I mean, it just is what it is. So yeah, with technology, we have the ability to they can be effective. It's a little different than it was even 5 years ago. So.
We've been having fun in our advisory. Can you talk about the dodgeball tournament just a little bit?
And the seniors went at it the other day. I was
yes,
there.
sir.
That was high intensity, good stuff. So I think the juniors, I would call it an upset. I don't know, but I called it an upset.
I think so. I'll agree with that.
The seniors, we've been doing a little classes against each other, and then I think the juniors now, the class winners, so they're going to go on Monday. Advisory, we're going to have everybody in the gym on Monday during that time, and the junior class is going to play a team of teachers. So we're going to do a team of staff members. So I plan on Coach Howie and he's sitting back there. He and I will be 2 of them out there playing. So take it easy on us, juniors, if you're out there. But we'll have some fun with it. It's been good. Just building some, it's always good when you see kids compete against each other. We all have our competitive juices, and they it builds school spirit. It builds, it's just a good time. So both classes were really good. The kids that weren't playing were up cheering. So it was a good day. It was a good morning. So good stuff. Yeah, it's been good. Miss McCullough put that on. We'll probably do something similar to in the spring as we get moving along. But good stuff. I think the staff will win Monday. I'm
Do
making
you
a
really? Are
prediction.
you gonna fix like a really good team? You're going in
We don't.
head high.
Who do we got? Who could we have here? We could have. Let's see. We got me. We'll get Coach
Mm-hmm.
Howie. We'll get Coach Marksberry and Coach Deal. Man, yeah, that kid's will probably be aiming at Coach Deal though. He does.
I mean, he's pretty tall. He's a pretty big target there.
Let's see who else. We'll get Coach Cruz and we'll get Miss Goodwin out there. We'll get
All right.
We got some ringers. Don't sleep on us.
Yes, sir.
Just because we're old.
For everybody watching, please look at the links below for class pages, counselor website, college and career information.
Yep.
Exams are next week. So,
Midterms, yeah.
yes, they're going to be in the class pages below, the schedules.
Yeah.
But can you
So
talk to us?
Yeah, 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, midterms. It's always good. You know, that's a big part of a student's grade. So we got to make sure we're prepared. So we change our schedule up for 3 days there. This year we're giving about an hour and a half during that final time, so the kids get a little bit of an extended time to make sure they're ready, to make sure they're prepared, and that they get the adequate time to complete their exam. So as we get into next week, make sure that, you know, because it is, you average that together, it ends up being 20% of your grade, you know. So make sure we're ready as students, and I know teachers are working on that this week, and I know early next week there'll be a lot of review going on and things like that. So gives us 3 days. And gets us right there to the break, you know, gets us right there to winter break. It's coming quick, you know, December 15th, our last day, and 10 days before Christmas, we'll be out of school. So we get a lot of time before Christmas, but then once Christmas gets here, we're pretty quick coming back. January 2nd for the teachers, and I think January 3rd for students. So,
Yes, sir.
I think everybody's ready for a little break.
Little time off.
Yeah.
Canned food drive was extended through Monday.
Yeah.
Those are going to be turned into your advisory classes.
Yep.
The Digital Den got to meet with the principals from TES, SCES, and SCMS, and those are always fun. So you can watch those on our YouTube channel.
I think that's a good thing too. That was really, really good. I know some of them were 25 minutes long, and if you're a high school parent, a lot of you have kids at the other levels. You know, make sure you watch those and make sure that, because you get to know your principals a little bit, you get to know what's going on in those buildings. And once again, I think that was a cool idea, and we'll probably do it again in the spring, have them back over. I know all 3 principals absolutely loved it. They all sent me messages talking about how awesome the kids were, how excited they were to do it. So we're glad to provide that, and I think it's a good thing for them to be able to get information out there that they need to get out to their parents and their families. So good stuff.
Yes, sir. It's super interesting just to hear, you know, outside of the school and then in this, you know, district and the community. It's really nice.
We're all one big, you know, we're fortunate enough to live in a small enough community where we can make those things happen, right? Like we're all, that's how we look at this. We're a K through 12 school, you know, we're not just, we have different schools, but we all work together and try to work in harmony and make sure that we align stuff vertically so that when kids make that transition, it's as easy on them as possible. And, you know, we're extremely aware here and cognitive of, if the elementaries and middle schools aren't successful, guess what? We're not going to be successful.
Yes,
so,
sir.
We'll do anything we can to provide and support those levels, and we love it. Good people and great teachers, and we just we're at the end of the line. We get to benefit from all what they do, and we get them here and get to take over for a few years. But yeah, that's what I love about our district. We're small, 3,000 kids, you know, and that sounds like a lot, but it's not. You know, when you look at districts around us, so. It allows us to we can be personable with families and kids, and I think that's one of the things that makes us special.
Yes, sir. Next week, chorus concert will be on Monday, and the band concert will be on Thursday night.
And then we're having speaking of next Friday, we're going to have a band chorus concert between our final schedule. We got some downtime there.
Okay.
We want our kids to be able to show off those skills. We're actually going to stream that through GHP Sports.
Oh, wow.
So I'll be sending a link out for that. We're encouraging the other schools, the elementary and the middle, that day if they have time, stream it in their classrooms and let kids watch. You know, that's a recruiting tool. Kids can see that and see the awesome stuff that goes on. I think we might have a few band members that might be going over to the elementary school to play during lunch one day next week. Just because I think the kids will enjoy it, and I think that it get kids
Holiday
excited.
season.
It's kind of just a little bit of we might see the benefit of that on a few years when they get here. You know, so just once again, it's one of them things of us working together and giving kids experiences. That's what I love about the high school level. Our kids are old enough where they can get out and go provide for those younger kids. Our football players greeting kids on Friday mornings. Cheerleaders did that this year, I think, on one day. So just, you know, we get the opportunity to go and be in schools and you know, kind of help those little kids along. So that's always a good thing. So.
Yes, sir. On the sports side, we got boys basketball and girls basketball this week.
We do.
Do you want to talk a little bit about
can.
both of those?
We can. So let's see, which one you want to start with, boys or girls?
We'll start with boys.
All right, so boys, they played last Saturday. I think they played over at Marion County in the 5th, 8th region. It's like a little 5th, 8th region, like classic little head-to-head thing. And so we were at Marion, but we played Taylor County. I think we got beat 83-81, scoring a lot of points. So that's always exciting. And then they've had the rest of the week off. I think they've been practicing a little bit, maybe even had a day off in there. And then tomorrow they're going to Henry County and going to play DeSales. So early on in the season, a lot of times you get to where you go to a different school, but they'll host like all-day events. So they're playing DeSales over at Henry County, I believe at 4:30, if I'm correct. So if you can get out, get over there, it'll be Henry County is a place we'd like to get into because that's where Region's held every year. So we like to get in there and get familiar with that gym and see how that goes. And DeSales is a really good ball team, so they have some kids that can play. So it should be exciting. So it's been a good start for them. The girls, I think, they were at Bardstown Monday night. I think they lost over there. I don't remember the score, but they lost over there and got back in action last night against Eastern. Had a big win, about a 30-point win last night against Eastern. And then they're going to Oldham tomorrow, and I forget who they're playing tomorrow. Walton Verona tomorrow. So it's a region game. It's a region opponent. So another big thing from Coach Howie, getting out there and getting into gyms and getting against teams that you can see later on down the line, and try to figure out. So both those coaches just put a lot of time. There's a lot of detail in the scheduling that goes on that people don't understand and realize, but there's a lot of intent behind some of that stuff. So exciting time. Don't have any home games right now. We're kind of in a little bit of a dead period here at home. So I think the boys will play at home Monday night against J-Town. I think they're here. But we haven't had a home game in about a week, and then I think we go like all the break without a home game, and it's like the first week of January. So I'm enjoying it because I can go home and go to the gym and do what I want to do at night sometimes, and because once that picks up, I'll be here. But I love that too. So I like it both. I like to have a couple home games a week and then have a couple nights where I can do what I want to do. But glad that I always love having them at home. I love our little gym. It creates a good environment. Get the band in there. They'll start showing up in January and get them rocking, and it creates quite an environment. So, but yeah, basketball's rolling.
Yes, sir. Archery tournament is going to be this weekend at St. Gabriel's.
I think they won their tournament last
week.
They
did. We actually have some of the first place here. Jackson Toby, first place for boys, 282.
Yeah. So they can only score 300, I think, if I'm correct, in archery. So 282 sounds pretty
super close.
Good.
Yeah,
I think 300 is all bullseyes. I think that's right. Don't hold me to that, but I think that's right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so they did well. Yeah, Jackson Toby did well. Mason Mitchell scored 259. Evan Stanley 252, and Maddox Christian at 251. Girls, Jessica McCarley 275, Jessica Sobas 273, and Mia Sims 270. So yeah, those are really, really high scores. Great job. They won first place, and then they're in a meet again tomorrow. So
all right.
Archer's rolling along too, just like basketball.
Sounds good. And wrestling travels to Franklin County. Riley did get the win last week. We do have
He backed it up. He said last week he was going to win. Pretty good week for him. I know they were here Tuesday night against J-Town, and then they got if you've never been to high school wrestling, come out and watch it one time. It's really cool. And then the other night they had another mat with the little bitty kids wrestling. I mean, there were some little bitty elementary kids. So that's exciting when you see that. And once again, that's just a feeder program, and it's cool to see those young kids. But our boys. I was there for about an hour, and I don't think we lost a match. Like I didn't see one of our boys lose. So good stuff. So where are they going tomorrow?
They're going to be going to Franklin County. It seems like.
So do we think Riley will win again?
Riley, out of the bounds there. You want to yell in your answer? You going to win?
Yes. So Riley's going to win again tomorrow. So that's good stuff. So I think somebody else won Saturday too. I forget. Graham Dwyer won. He won last Saturday too. Won his weight class. So 2 big wins. I think we finished 4th as a team out of 9 teams over there last Saturday. So good stuff. I know I stay in contact with Coach Price, and he was really nice. Sent me a message there tonight thanking us for being there. And the boys are always respectful. Come up and thank you after the meet for coming and giving me T-shirts. They're trying to spoil me a little bit. But if you've never been to high school wrestling, go. It's intense. It gets intense really quick. So. Good stuff.
It's intense and it's fast.
She likes to come too. I think it's that intensity. She enjoys it. So it was good.
The swim team has a meet in Shelbyville tomorrow at 10 a.m. Sports this weekend.
FAC over there. Yep.
I believe so. And girls basketball plays Walton Verona at Oldham County tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Boys basketball plays DeSales at Henry County tomorrow at 4:30 p.m.
Yep.
And the FFA Farm Toy Show is this weekend.
Yeah, I think that's tonight and tomorrow, the toy show. They're actually in the gym setting up now. So,
All right.
yeah, that's a big deal tomorrow. It'll be crowded around here tomorrow. So get out. You can do some Christmas shopping and get some presents for people if that's your thing, or just getting out with your family. It's always an exciting day. It'll be crowded, and it goes to a good cause. So a lot of outside vendors are here. I don't know how many they have, but there's a bunch of tables already set up in that gym right now, and it
usually gets pretty packed.
So, yeah, it's a good time. It's a yearly thing. Most people that know about that, they know they come every year. So get out here, and that's what we love about our school. Our doors are always open, and we're the hub of the community. That's what I love about it. We're the flagship. That's what I always say. We're the flagship of the community.
I love that. Well, thank you, Mr. Phillips, for coming back on this week.
It. I'm sure if we forgot something, but it'll be all right.
Yeah,
We'll do it again
that's
next
okay.
week.
If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe below and like, and then follow us on digital.den, SEHS, Instagram.